and subscribe. Y'all gotta forgive me. I'm at my nephew's football game. You know what I'm saying? Now they talking about Canelo Alvarez saying that he should not be undisputed if he beats Caleb Plant. Which, I read this in an article, y'all, which I had to bring it to y'all attention because I sort of kind of agree with it. Canelo Alvarez, if he fight Caleb Plant will be facing Caleb Plant with the 3 titles that he holds. I understand that. But he was given the WBC belt by fighting Yildirim. He was given that title. He didn't have to fight no challenges for it. He didn't have to go up against nobody. You know what I'm saying? He got that belt when he was fighting Yildirim. They just passed it to him. But what about David Benavidez? That's not fair. They should have made it to where he faced David Benavidez. How can you be undisputed when you was given a belt? You didn't fight for the WBC title. Now, a lot of people gonna say, hey, they love hating on Canelo, but it's the truth. It's the truth. How is it that he's gonna be undisputed when he fought nobody for that WBC title? But this is the face of boxing. This is the face of boxing. This is the pound for pound king. Which they got to strip him of that title though. They got to strip him of that pound for pound shit. I got to move from that band. He should not be considered pound for pound anymore. With all the stuff that when you compare him to Terrence, no, Terrence don't have the big names that Canelo Alvarez has. Yeah, he ain't got his big names. But we don't see Terrence Crawford out there ducking fights. We don't see Terrence Crawford getting handed belts. We don't see Terrence Crawford choosing to fight Yildirim's, choosing to fight Smiths, choosing rehydration clauses, choosing catch weights. But this the man. This the man of boxing. This is the face of boxing. He should not be considered. You gotta remember at 154, Demetrius Andrade, I always bring this up. Demetrius Andrade been chasing Canelo Alvarez for 10 years, y'all. 10 fucking years, he still won't fight this man. Canelo Alvarez say he's fought nobody. He say that Demetrius Andrade is shit. Well, if he's such shit, Canelo Alvarez, why is it that you ducked him at 154? Why is it that you ducked him at 160? Now to be clarified, 160, Canelo had all 3 belts at 160. All 3 titles. It was one person who had that belt, Demetrius Andrade. He did the same thing at 154. Demetrius Andrade was still the WBO champion. Canelo Alvarez put his boots on and ran once again. Now, he has a better shot of being undisputed fighting Caleb Plant, but you are holding a title that you did not fight for, Canelo Alvarez. You didn't fight for that WBC strap. He didn't fight for that. Now let's see. Let me think about this. Let's see if they showing Canelo favoritism, right? After he fought, well, he been having nothing but unification since. I think since that they gave him that title, most of his fights been unification. But even still, they should not. Come on, man. What they gonna do about David Benavidez? They gonna let this man go collect all 4 belts, knowing David Benavidez was not beaten. No fighter out there beat David Benavidez. Did nobody beat his ass and take his belt. They passed his belt to Canelo. Now the sad part about this is, whoever win this fight, Canelo or Plant, like I said in my last video, are they gonna be willing to give that man a title shot? Because that would be only fair that they give him a title shot. and which he should have been had his title shot. He should have been #1 mandatory for Canelo belt. He should be the #1 for Canelo belt right now anyway. So the favoritism politics of boxing, man, is getting out of hand, man. It's getting out of fucking hand to the point where how the hell can you get a title and then he go and fight for other belts and now he's undisputed? That ain't fair. No other fighter got it like that. No other fighter got it like that. Bernard Hopkins, none of them. Winky Wright, Zab Judah, Carlos Baldomir, the list goes on and on. Mike Tyson. All these fighters who became undisputed, they didn't get gift belts. So Canelo Alvarez should not be considered undisputed until he fights who? David Benavidez. And you know, people think people are always picking on Canelo. They always got something to say about Canelo. Floyd did it. Floyd ain't do all that shit. They ain't never give Floyd no damn belt. Floyd never just got a belt out just going to fight somebody. Here you go, Floyd. Here go to WBC. You ain't got to fight for it. They giving Canelo fucking titles, and he going out there to he undisputed. What about David Benavidez? David Benavidez need to start an uproar about this. Every time David Benavidez talk, he should be out there saying that Canelo Alvarez is walking around my damn title, and he don't want to fight me. Canelo, he should be bringing it up. Canelo Alvarez is not undisputed until he comes see me. I didn't lose. They stripped my belt and gave it to him. But you know, by shit, they got it to now where new fake ass belts is legit belts. People think, so you know, they could change the game of boxing however they want to do it. But that's not how boxing is supposed to be played. You're supposed to go see the man and take his belt. Not be a high paid fighter and you got Mauricio Suleiman passing you out goddamn titles for no reason. He dug, I mean, come on, Canelo. Canelo ducked every fucking body, man. So he ducked everybody. The Charlos. He been ducking them for years. The Andrade. The only reason he went back and made that Plant fight because he made himself look bad with that rehydration clause. And that rehydration clause in that catch weight. That's how I told y'all should know that Kovalev fight was rigged, because Kovalev killed the man in the ring and you didn't make him come in at a catch weight. Kovalev bodied somebody in the ring and you didn't make him do a catch weight. If there's anybody you should have been scared of, anybody power you should have been scared of, it was David Benavidez. And you didn't make him do it. I mean, not Kovalev. But then when you go to Dimitri Bivol, the first thing you say is, oh, I want to catch weight. That should let y'all know that fight was rigged. That's why Kovalev got $12 million, y'all, because that fight was rigged. That's why Kovalev right now is saying he will fight Canelo Alvarez for free. He just want to fight him again because he know he took a dive in that fight. I believe Canelo, I believe the Daniel Jacobs fight was rigged. I believe the Daniel Jacobs fight was rigged. If you really look at it and pay attention to it, Daniel Jacobs really ain't been trying to fight since that fight either. Have y'all paid attention to that? Since Canelo versus Daniel Jacobs, well, he fought Rosado, and he just been chilling. That's why I hope this fight happened between Terrence and Sean Porter, or it could be against Virgil Ortiz, so they get him the opportunity to get back on that pound for pound list like he's supposed to. That'll really solidify him on that list now. You know what I'm saying? He go out there, if he was to beat both of them or beat one of them, he really stamps himself as the pound for pound fighter in the world, because Canelo Alvarez is not the pound for pound fighter of the world. He does is nothing to make himself pound for pound fighter of the world. Talking about damn undisputed. But I didn't say this. This was written in the article. I just want y'all to know that. And I read the article and I agree with it. So for the haters, they're going to say, oh, you always hating. and this, that, and other. I ain't say this. Somebody wrote it in the article, and I'm agreeing with it. He should not be considered undisputed.
Give me a steel snow style.
He should not be considered undisputed if he does not fight David Benavidez for that undisputed title. I mean, for that WBC belt. That's still David Benavidez belt. And then, you know, any way you want to put it, that's still that man title. He wasn't beaten in the ring. He was stripped from outside shit. Ain't nobody beat him. So all that to my undisputed shit, which I hope Caleb Plant do a Mayweather on Canelo ass. I hope he do a Mayweather on his ass. But that ain't, you know, I'm just speaking what the guy who wrote about boxing was saying. And it's the truth. He should not be undisputed. And if either one of their ass win, they ain't gonna give David Benavidez a shot. Plant getting smoked. He might do. He might do. I mean, we don't know. But I know one thing. I can't neither one of them be undisputed till they see David Benavidez. Or if they do, whichever one of them win the fight, they should fight David Benavidez. They should make them. Ain't no way you should relinquish them titles. That'll be some coward shit. Which they probably gonna do, and they gonna make David Benavidez have to go fight somebody else for. Because once Canelo becomes undisputed, I already know he gonna relinquish the titles. His game over. He letting them titles go. Canelo unified a whole division in less than a year. He ain't unified shit. He ain't unified nothing. My whole point of making this video, if you've been watching, bro, he got somebody else's title. He gonna be a fake undisputed champion. He's gonna be a fake undisputed champion. That's not his title. It was given to him. I ain't knocking Canelo. I just speak the truth about boxing. Y'all know how no bias talk, no racism. That's not his title. So how the hell he gonna be undisputed? He didn't fight for that title. They gave him the WBC title when he fought Yildirim. It was already for another belt. I think for a belt Canelo had the WBA or something like that. So, you know, that's just my opinion of it. You know how easy work do. No bias talk, no racism. I'm gonna speak the truth. And the truth is, Canelo, you ain't undisputed till you see David Benavidez, because that is not your title. You're walking around with David Benavidez's title and don't want to give him a shot. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section. This is Easy Work Boxing. Thank y'all for y'all love and y'all support. I'm out.